Arturia's LX24 is obviously an emulation of the legendary Lexicon 224 reverb unit, but they did not go for a 100% faithful emulation in at least its looks and have done something rather smart with this plugin. Keep watching to find out what that is. An obvious comparison you will make is with the universal audio version of the Lexicon 224. You see that the universal audio version is quite more involved and the Arturia is a lot easier to understand. Just like the hardware unit, the Arturia has 8 reverb options. Here's how they sound when I talk about the sponsor of this video, DistroKid. Are you a musician looking to get your music onto popular streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music? Look no further than DistroKid. With its easy-to-use platform and affordable pricing, DistroKid makes it simple for artists to get their music out there. Plus, you will keep 100% of the royalties you earn from your streams. Why not give it a try and see for yourself why so many artists are choosing DistroKid to distribute their music? Sign up today and start sharing your music with the world. Get 7% off by using my link in the description below. All of these reverbs have a lovely sounding tail, and you get 6 sliders to shape the reverb, which are all pretty self-explanatory.
A picture perfect life with you, a cherry slurpee shared for 2. If this is paradise, don't wake me up. Early mornings and late night snacks, blankets hogging and pillow attacks. Life seems perfect, but is this for real, or is this all just something I built in my head?
The LX4 has 3 modes for converter emulations: 12-bit, 24-bit and modern. The original 12 decibel converter has a high noise floor because you only have 72 decibel of dynamics to work with. For that reason, a 24-bit version is included as well, which removes that noise floor, which makes sense in a modern day DAW. Both the 12 and 24 decibel converter emulations are capped at 8 kHz, so hard low pass. You can see it clearly in Plugin Doctor. The modern setting isn't capped, so the 12 and 24 decibel will sound darker and the modern will sound more hi-fi.
In my dreams, in my dreams, in my dreams.
I think the Arturia LX24 can do without all this fluff. For me, it's just a waste of space. Maybe this is needed because if you press Advanced, the LX24 basically transforms in a whole different unit. The Advanced setting will give you a completely different interface with, yes, more advanced options. Let's go over these extra functions. You now have control of the modulation of the reverb tail and the pitch of this modulation.
In my dreams. In my dreams. In my dreams.
I don't understand why these two are not next to each other. You have decay optimization and diffusion.
In my dreams.
You can drive the input and select how to apply the high-pass filter.
In my dreams. In my dreams.
You have 3 dynamic effects. First is a very handy ducker with an external sidechain option.
In my dreams. In my dreams. In my dreams.
There's a fully controllable tremolo.
In my dreams.
And a gate.
In my dreams. in my dreams, in my dreams.
A lot of these functions are part of the original Lexicon 224 Reverb. Check the universal audio version. Here are modulation, diffusion and decay. And pitch is here, for instance. But the way Arturia has approached this is, in my opinion, very smart. The original 224 can feel very cluttered. Arturia has this more basic main screen which will give you most of all functions you need to quickly dial in reverb, and the advanced tab will give you all the controls you need to fine-tune. For me, this advanced tab is actually the interface you want to use all the time. Even the basic functions which you have in the main tab have nicer controls in the advanced tab. And there's this lovely reverb display as well. Now if you compare again with the universal audio version, this has a mid-reverb time control, which is not on the Arturia for whatever reason. I find it peculiar that Arturia does not have this control, because it makes sense to be able to have a dedicated control for adjusting mid-frequencies as well. Now by reducing the lows and highs you basically get more mids, but that also changes overall level perception. CPU usage is very little on my systems and latency is around 1 millisecond. If the Arturia or the universal audio sounds more like the original hardware version, I can't say. In comparison, I like the Arturia better by a slight margin. It sounds lusher and warmer right out of the box. You can get the UAD to sound more like the Arturia and the other way around. But still, Arturia wins in the lusher department for me. Arturia has a lot more good plugins. Check out my video on the V Collection 9 for that. It's displayed on screen and linked in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe.